Alrighty folks, this is Lurch from Barland Gaming and welcome back to another episode of From the Depths. It is campaign time, and for the first time in a long time we're not starting in the vehicle designer. Because I've spent far too bloody long on the vehicle designer over the last couple of videos. It is now time, and you'll see I have a little fetcher party going on up here. We have two fetchers just hanging around with a substantial amount of resources. I wonder what we're going to do here. Now let us go down here and have a look at what we can possibly spawn. Now, if we go to Load Constructible and go into our Let's Play category. Oh, look! There's a Mastiff. I wonder what this one does. Okay, so we have blocks. Phantom blocks. I actually have nothing really good for building this by hand. Let's just hop down here. Where on earth is it? The Mastiff. And we will upwards, please. If we can get it started, let's just get it started. We have loads of resources available. There's the very first block. Oh my word! Come on, let me get onto the first block. That would be nice. Where are you? Hello. Now. Let's just speed up a little bit of this build. And there we have it, folks, the Mastiff in all of her glory. It's not completely finished, we still have some things to do. I have these side crams to add, and incidentally, in between the sections I actually got interrupted and I ended up going and answering a couple of comments in the meantime, and thank you to Stephen Allen for pointing out that I didn't have any bloody friend or foe designator on these torpedoes, so I have added that now, and things are looking up. Excellent. So, we have a new battleship. This thing is quite heavily armed. We've got two 50mm miniguns in the front here. We have these 4 2-meter cram cannons, 2 of which are inertial fused and 2 of which are pen depth. The 2 top ones are pen depth. We have these AP miniguns on the side. Well, they're not miniguns, they're just AP cannons. They're quad barrel. They're actually like 100mm or something. 72mm. They're just side mounted. They're not terribly effective, but hey, better than nothing. We also have these rear flak turrets. These are 225mm flak cannons with time fuses, and they do a pretty good job of taking out air targets. Now, if one of these goes up, the other one goes up, but such is the nature of explodiness in with the advanced cannon stuff, so that's a payoff that we are willing to make. We have a serious array of propellers on the back here. Like, it looks really cool actually with all the... just don't get stuck in there. You have all sorts of little bits and pieces tucked in behind, shields everywhere. You can't see the shields at the minute, but if you take a quick run up the center, still haven't worked out what to do with this guy. I'm thinking of making this an ammo cache actually, because if it blows up, it's going to blow up all anyway. So if you can't get to these turrets, then, well, doesn't matter. You know, if that back bit goes up, all well and good. It's going to go up anyway. Here we have, you'll see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of shields. So we're using loads, oh, that's a cannon. We are using loads and loads of strength 1 shields here. And I just realized this section is not buoyant. Where is the water pump? We have no water pump in here. Always finding little things to fix. We'll stick one on the roof. Yeah, that's right. Water pump on the roof. We do it different here. Oomph. There we go. Not working? It's not working. Doesn't actually have to be in the water. Can I fit this here anywhere? Well, I know this section pipe isn't needed, so you work there. Yes, you will. Good boy. What else? Yeah, this is the door. These doors are here so that the repair bots can get in and out, just so you know. This is the... Oh, we're back at the back. I got turned around somewhere along the way. Let's go forward. There's repair bots everywhere. There's little resource caches stuck everywhere. I have surge protectors everywhere. The hull is about 4 layers thick. It's like 2 layers of wood on the inside to maintain some sort of buoyancy. We have ammo boxes. There's one of the little resource caches. Another engine at the front. We have 3 P12 blue lines in here. They're lovely, lovely, lovely engines. This is the low weapon controller for these side turrets at the front. Whoop. You can see out here. And this is another little flare system. Little flare. And the torpedoes are mounted here. And I might actually switch these up. Someone suggested to maybe put these onto a turret underneath, you know, under-mounted on the hull. And I might do that still, because I have quite a bit of room down here, and it would work, I think, relatively well. So it's a possibility in the future, because it might let me make like a little banded area around the hull, add a little bit of detail here and there. At the minute we have some stuff underneath, and these are the propulsion systems, or the altitude control systems, rather than going for internal heli blades, as so many people are like to do. I went for a PID with altitude settings, so we have KP gain to set to 0.03, derivative time 0.01, and this is the damping, and I have as little damping as possible because I want to maintain as much as that vertical oscillation as possible. The test stimulus here is set to -6.5, and it can't actually reach that because you'll see the red is where it wants to be and the green is where it actually is. I don't really care that it can't get to exactly where it wants to be. That's fine by me, because it's sitting roughly where I want it anyway. Actually, come to think of it, this could actually go up a little bit. We're sitting a little bit nose down. At the minute I have a couple of PID controllers here. There's one I'm not even using. Here they are here. One of them I think is set for yaw. I have a yaw one, and I have a completely blank one here, and I'm going to use this one for pitch whenever I sort out some sort of way of doing pitch control. I do want to do some sort of roll control because there's absolutely nothing on it. It is very wide, so it's very stable already anyway. But I'm sure I've done enough talking about this over the course of the last couple of videos, and you're sick of hearing about it and would rather see it in combat. And frankly, at this stage, so would I. Oh, look at that. There appears to be a couple of friends waiting for us. Let's get one of the fetchers here just so they can provide a little bit of resource support. And we'll just go on. Come on. Take us all on. Need this a wee bit so we can get up here closer. He is set to give to the Warhounds. Let's just make sure that he can give to the Mastiff as well. This is like a trial by fire, I guess. The Mastiff is just going to do this all on his own. These shouldn't be too big of fleets. What's this? The 13th Army. And the 13th Army. I have no idea what's in them. Probably not very much. Telemachus. This is just not fair. Pinnacle, Telemachus. This isn't fair. This is just absolutely not fair in any way, shape or form. These guys are going to have a horrible day. So, let's enjoy it, shall we? Let's hop on board. And Oi. Oh, I haven't started the battle. That would be a good idea. 6.2, we make up nearly as many blocks as the enemy fleet does. Oh yeah, and there are those beautiful missiles on the go. So, yeah, Nicholas Glendinning did me some missile science when he was, after watching one of the videos, and came up with an interesting suggestion for the missiles that I was using. Rather than using pure fuel, I've switched out one of the fuel tanks to an APN, and it gives you this interesting big arc. And believe it or not, actually gives you an extra maybe 100 meters range on the missiles, which is really nice. Oh, sure, I bet I have control of the weapons. I do not. But yeah, I'm using an APN configuration. Unfortunately, these guys are still a little bit too far away. Any one of them hits, it's over. Yeah. Yeah. They're big cram cannons. That wasn't even the first shell. That was just a normal one after the usual charge time. Let's see what it does to this guy. Hi, massive hole in the hull. You didn't need that. Well, at least it's more airy. These ships can get very, very stifling. You know, it helps. It's very considerate of me to air it out so that the pilots can get, you know. Pilots? What do you call someone that drives a ship? I should know this. Not the captain. Well, the crew. The crew, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, the crew need air. It's very considerate of me to do that for them. Oh, no, it's not. But yeah, this is what I'm saying about the APNs. They have this beautiful ballistic arc, and it comes down sort of slowly. We did try variable, no, not variable, solid rocket, short range thrusters instead, SRTs, not SRBs, with their delayed activation, but they actually have much lower range, unfortunately. Yeah, that was extremely brief. Yeah, so this ship is probably going to completely trivialize the Onyx Watch. This is just a quick look at the configuration. We notice that... oh, shit. That was meant to be an APN. Stop it. APN. I know I could just go to one of the other ones, but let's fix it properly. So the APNs actually have a base drag of 0.05, and it makes sense to actually put them in the back. It actually makes more sense to put this camera behind the variable thruster as well, which would speed the missiles up a teensy bit more, because you can see here it's got 0.07 drag as a 0.05, and if we put it back here it would have 0.004, which is a moderate improvement. Not great, but, you know, better than a kick in the stones. But we'll leave it like that for now. I can't be bothered. So, what's left to do now? This guy has made a horrible mess of those. Let's get the fetcher in to nom some of the lovely bits and pieces. We have a little bit of metal there to work with, because metal is one thing that we're now running short of, considering I just spent a little bit building this guy. Can we see the V menu? We can't. Let's just get the Mastiff in play, just so we can have a quick looky at the cost. Where are you? Come here, you. There we go. 1.4 million RP, 360,000 iron, 165,000 natural, which is a lot of natural, and I'm happy about that because it uses it up. Not very much oil, quite a bit of scrap, but mostly metal. God, there is so much metal in this. There are so many layers in the hull, oh my god. And a lot of it's made up of cannons. Cannons use a lot of metal. So, yeah, she's a bit expensive. But one very interesting thing to note is, well, we look at our resource, we've got 200k metal there, and we have another 300k metal there. Oh look, I can build another one. So, I am going to, now that we have our absolutely #wrecked this squad here, I think it's time to build another one quickly. And because the Onyx Watch, I think the Mastiff here is going to solo the Onyx Watch. How does that sound? And we can send everyone else against, the White Flares, maybe? After I get another one of these Mastiffs built and reinforce my fleet a little bit more, because I have done extensive combat testing against the White Flares, and they're pretty strong. but I have been, with a moderately sized fleet, been able to take out a perforator, so I am so happy about that. Those things have terrified me for absolutely ages, and while the Mastiff here has been an absolutely huge investment in time, I think it's ran up to about 16 hours so far, and it's not finished yet. We will get it done sooner or later. Yeah, it looks like it's going to pay off in the fact that the campaign is going to be quite a bit easier from here on out, at least for these next few factions. I have tried it against quite a lot of the Steel Strider ships as well. Steel Striders are the ones with all the modern Navy stuff, right? Yeah, not the Grey Talons. I haven't played much against the Grey Talons yet, but the Steel Striders, it makes an absolute mess of them as well. The only trouble I have at the minute is with the lightning hoods, and that's because I haven't installed any smokes yet. And that's something that will happen in the future. For now, I'm going to cut. I'm going to get another one of these fellas built. And then I think I might come back for a little bit of a montage and have this guy tearing up some of the land here. I think rather than going for the white flares this episode, we'll save that for next time. I'm going to get the other guy built anyway. He can take away down here. We'll build him maybe down here and move him up manually. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And for now, I think we'll spend the rest of the episode clearing out some of these Onyx Watch squares. So, I will be right back and we'll do some combat explodey yumminess. So, enjoy! That was a pretty epic battle there with the Mastiff. He took on a 150 strength force and a, what about 40 strength force as well, all on his Onio with little support. Right up in the middle, like a boss. The second fight, I actually lost like 3 poodles. I wasn't very happy with that at all, but it's okay. We've got plenty of resources now coming in. I just bolted a resource gatherer and an oil derrick onto this to sap up the little bit of resources that are there. Very, very little, and I'll probably just get rid of this base, or even just move it up to this one whenever we get a chance, because that's the beauty of using fortresses, you can move them, rather than, I know it's very, very slow, it's a whopping 3 meters per second, it'll take like a month to get there, but, you know, it'll get there in the end, and it will save us having to just scrap it and rebuild it. It doesn't really matter either way. But for now, we've got the other Mastiff built. He is down here, and in the next episode, I believe, what I'm going to do is send this Mastiff with a fetcher to support him, and nothing more, to go and destroy the Onyx Watch. He'll do it all by himself, and I'm going to dedicate absolutely everything else in the fleet to taking on the white flares. Let's poke the bear, see what we can get up to. I think before I actually engage them or start a war, I'm going to build a couple of coastal defense weapons here, and that might help, you know, well, it just might help a little bit in taking them on. Because we do have all those coastal defense platforms that we never used, and I've got all these resources now, so we can afford to have maybe a little bit more fun. So yeah, that is the plan for the next episode. I do hope you enjoyed this one. Any likes, subs, or comments are really, really awesome. I love hearing from you guys, and I read every single comment. As always, take it handy, and have a bloody good day.